I'm Mel Stewart, and this is the SwimSwam podcast. Joining me today, we have a woman who hails from Sarasota, Florida. She can do it all. She's multi-talented. She's a Scholastic Sports All-American, National Honor Society member, and she's an Olympic silver medalist. Today, we have Emma Weyant.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
You have a Sporti release. It went live yesterday. Everybody's talking about it. I just checked our Google Analytics, and you've been leading traffic on SwimSwam for the last 24 hours. You're the number one story.
That is honestly crazy to hear. This project with Sporti and Swim Outlet was a culmination of a year's hard work, and it's really just been a dream come true to see it come to life.
Sporti does it right. They do these collection releases, the photo shoot, the images are beautiful, the video's engaging. Everybody gets excited about it. And so let me take a step back and say, I think that people want more fun in swimming. I think Sporti speaks to that. What do you think? Yeah,
I think the coolest thing about these Sporti collabs is you can really see the personality of all the swimmers come through the suits, through the photos, through the photo shoots. And it's really cool that they take everyone's message that they want to convey and bring it to life for younger swimmers.
Well, I think it's important to note, and I don't mean to just stay on this topic over and over and over, but you're the number one story on SwimSwam. Didn't have to take one stroke. You did take a stroke. You did, because you're swimming in the videos. There you go. You swam a little bit.
Very true. Very true.
Well, I do have to. I have to take this moment, and we have to at least go back to the Olympics, because that's an iconic moment. You're an Olympic medalist. You're an Olympic medalist for the rest of your life, and everybody knows that's a monumental moment in a career. But do you have one moment, from your Olympic experience outside of, medaling, being on the podium, that kind of speaks to that moment in time?
Yeah, I think one of the craziest moments was probably right after the race. Haley Flickener and I had just both gotten on the podium for the US right after Chase and Jay had gone one too. So that was a really cool follow-up. But the most special thing about that was after the race, we went over to media, and the first thing they showed me was my family's live reaction from back home in Sarasota. And I saw my family and friends there, my mom freaking out. And it was really special because obviously there's no spectators. So to see them, hear them was really cool.
Mom and dad family's always important, and it's they take this journey with us. It's as if they're there with us. I often wonder when I'm talking to somebody who's won Olympic hardware, when was that moment? When did that dream come alive? When did you say, I'd like to medal? When was that a dream for you?
I think growing up, that's probably like a dream for any young swimmer, myself included. And I think, going through the ranks of USA Swimming and getting more experiences, meeting more people, it really turns into a goal. And I think I saw that, right at the end of my high school career, and going into trials. Like, I think that was when I really started building the confidence to make that a reality.
Well, congratulations. Welcome to the family.
Thank you.
Whenever I talk to anybody who's won at our most recent Olympics, I feel this sense of pride and just admiration, and at the same, that's also balanced with this wow, that must have been so hard. I can't, for me and all my peers, we can't imagine having to live through a pandemic and to go to an Olympic Games, and it just seems like something that's very challenging to manage. Can you take me back and tell me how you manage that?
I think the most important thing to manage the COVID year and going through kind of two of the same cycles, moving the trials and the games a year out, I think my support system was the number one thing that got me through that. My coaches, my family, my friends, they were all there every step of the way. And I learned how to use them as a way to navigate through the difficult situations and the highs and lows that came through that. And again, I wouldn't be where I am today or have even gotten on the podium without them.
And for a lot of swim fans, that's just one piece of the puzzle. And for most swimmers who are elites, that's one piece of the puzzle. The other side is collegiate swimming, NCAA swimming, and you were at a dynasty. And you decided, I'm gonna make a change and move closer to home. You did that. That must have been maybe it wasn't a tough decision. You tell me.
Yeah, that was obviously a really difficult decision. I loved my time at Virginia. I'm forever grateful for my coaches and teammates. I have so many great experiences there that I'm definitely gonna carry with me. But I made the decision that was best for me and the future of my career. And I'm really happy to be closer to home. And I'm in a really great training environment right now with some of the best in the world, obviously. And I'm being pushed every day, and it's just been a lot of fun.
Yeah, you're this athlete where everyone's going, what's she doing? What's Emma doing right now? You went from one dynasty to another, and you really are in a powerhouse training group. Are you in training at the University of Florida with Katie Ledecky and Fink? And are you sparring with them?
Yeah, we just got out of our big block of winter training. Definitely some of the most challenging training weeks that I've been through in a while. And getting to swim with all these high level athletes really pushes me to be my best every day and try to be as consistent as possible because, all of these athletes, Katie especially, is the most consistent and hardworking person that I've ever seen. And being next to her really makes me focus.
When will you be representing the Gators in competition? When are we going to see you in action?
Yeah, this has been a long-awaited process, but I'm really excited. I get to join the Gators in the second semester, and I'll be racing at the FAU dual meet this weekend.
That is very soon. That means that we have to edit this podcast and get it out. And we got to let me sit with this moment 1 second. You're going to be at NC2As. You're going to be at conference in NC2As.
Yeah, my first SECs. I'm really excited. The training group is amazing, and I think it's going to be really special. Yeah,
it's going to be a big deal. We've been a little bit busy. The Sporti release was huge. It was splashy. I always kind of wonder, it's like, can Sporti do it again? And they have done it again. The last time we did this, it was one of the top stories of 2022. And right now you're tracking to be a story like that. Take me back in the process. When did you start talking to Sporti about this collab?
So right after the Olympics, actually, Sporti was one of the first calls I had, obviously going along with the NIL rule change and everything. And I think from the first meeting I had with the Sporti team, there's an automatic connection. I think one of the biggest things for me was we had a lot of similar values when it came to like what we wanted the line to be, what we wanted to represent, and kind of what I wanted to include to show my personality and the things that I loved about swimming. And, it was a whole process going through these meetings, design meetings and everything, but it was honestly one of the coolest experiences I've had.
Well, I'm gonna rip a page directly from all of the messaging that came out. A collection that is fiercely feminine. Sporti Emma Weyant collection proves that you can be feminine and powerful at the same time. Rumor has it you can swim even faster than Pink. That wasn't me. That's the messaging. Can you swim faster than Pink?
I would 100% agree with that. I mean, that is what is on my collection as well. And, Daniela, the VP of design, we had these meetings where we kind of laid out all the aesthetics and mood boards, and Pink was always on them no matter what. We had a lot of like delicate details, florals, and a lot of Taylor Swift references, all things that I loved and wanted to be a part of this collection.
Did you try to get tickets to Taylor Swift's concert when nobody could get tickets? Just out of curiosity.
My sister waited in line for over 8 hours in the Ticketmaster queue, and we will be at the Tampa concert. I'm excited.
Oh wow, that's big news. It dropped right here on the SwimSwam podcast. I love it. We'll follow your Instagram account. I'm sure it's going to be blown up with all sorts of pictures.
Oh yeah.
This is what I like about Sporti, and this is what I like about these collections. These are suits that I think swimmers want to wear, and they're excited to wear, and but most of all, it doesn't break the bank. I look at it and my thought is, whoa, this is really affordable. $499. You can get $499 to $59.99 is the range in cost. Is that something that was important to you?
Yeah, that was definitely important. And this collection with Sporti was honestly a really full circle moment for me because I grew up as Sporti being some of my first suits that I've ever worn. And, as a young swimmer, that was obviously something that me and my parents looked for. And I was really excited that we could bring this into my collection in 2023.
I was getting personal messages when you guys were doing the shoot. And it was like, hey man, what do you think of this? Hey, don't show this to anybody. This is under the cone of silence. What do you think of this? And it was gorgeous. So talk to me about the shoot, where you did it, and what that process was like.
The photo shoot itself was really just a surreal experience because we brought all those mood boards to life. We shot down in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. A lot of the pool shots were at the Hall of Fame pool. And we had Bex Weyant taking the pictures of me and my sister, Gracie. We got to do it together, which was really cool. And then, the second day of the shoot, it was pink florals, tulle skirts, everything that you could imagine, like that was inside my brain, was going into the collection photo shoots. And that was the first time I had ever seen my suits in person, and my family as well. And I was just blown away. And it was a really cool moment when I saw my name inside the Sporti suits. Yeah, that was a really cool moment.
I think that, you're fortunate when you can be a part of the Sporti collab. And I think this is something a lot of athletes are going to want. They're going to hear about it. They see all the news. So in terms, I have a direct quote, and it's like, in terms of the prints, and you said, superstar print resembles how I look ahead in the future, full of bright opportunities. Is superstar one of your favorite?
For sure. It has pink, it has metallic, gold. And, I think one thing about all these suits is that they're new, they're fun, they're something that hasn't been done before. And I think that's something that I would definitely look for when I was younger, looking for training suits. It brings something new to practice.
You've got to do this again. Are you talking to the powers that be at Sporti and saying, hey, let's stay in the design process. I'm into this.
I mean, I would love to. This was definitely one of the coolest things that I've done. And it's been really great feedback so far.
Yeah, well, you've been quiet for a long time, and I'm just so happy that you came out with this big splashy collab with Sporti, great company, and that you're back, and you're also back and you're competing. It's what are you looking forward to most of all about this next season?
I think, after kind of having some time to really just think, and reflect on like the past couple seasons, coming off of some big seasons, highs and lows, I really put in a good training block, and I'm just excited to be able to compete with my team again. And just go into a new season open-minded and just excited again.
It's been an ongoing theme with athletes and elite athletes, Olympic medalists like yourself. It keeps coming up over and over and over. And the message is, I want my life to be more than just what I'm doing in the pool. It's a part of my life, and I'm trying to gain some balance. This has to be in the aftermath of the pandemic. Someone who comes to mind is Nick Fink. Have you been following Nick Fink's success? Went to graduate school and prioritized that. Is that something that's top of mind for you and how you're approaching the future?
Yeah, definitely. And I think one of the biggest things that I've really put more of a focus on is trying to learn how to like preserve and protect your mental health along the way. That goes into a lot of these things. And I've followed a lot of great female athletes, some of my inspirations, anywhere from like Beisel and then Taylor Swift, obviously, but, just learning how to apply that to my own swimming career going forward. And really Sporti brought that to me as well, because that was one of their values. So we could really incorporate that into the collection and working on inspiring the next generation to do the same.
Mental health is a topic that just keeps coming up over and over and over. And it's the stats are everywhere. Is this a topic you've researched, you've dug into?
Yeah. And earlier I was talking about some of the female athletes that I've really been inspired by and looked towards. And we see names like Simone Biles or Naomi Osaka, like really putting a priority on their mental health and taking that into their competition and training. And that's something that I've really tried to incorporate into my own routine over the past probably year. And, coming off of a season that we might not think is the most successful, I think that's the best time to do it and really carry that through seasons, good and bad.
I mean, that was fantastic. I'm glad you're back. I know it's been a long road.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Sporti Collection, is this something you train in? Is this going to the beach? Is this laying out in the sun? How does it fit into your life?
Yeah, I mean, really where I see this collection going is on the pool deck, at practice, training. These are some really durable, competitive suits that you can train in every day. And I think that they'll be long lasting and bring more fun colors. But, we also have some bikinis in the line that are functional for training, but you can also bring them to the beach and poolside. I'm from Florida, so that was definitely something I wanted to incorporate.
So warm up, you can wear sporty. Do you wear sporty and warm up?
I would love to. I can now.
It sounds perfect. I'm looking forward to this next season, and we're looking forward to catching up with you. And I guess we're going to see you in Sporty on Deck, and you're going to have to deal with that whole situation of your friends coming up to you saying, "Hey, it's your collection. Can you hook me up?"
Yeah, I mean, I've just received so many positive comments so far. Just even people letting me know which suit is their favorite. I've had a lot of people reach out to me about the bag as well. They love the rose print, and it's just like it's really good to hear that all the hard work around designing and planning paid off.
So swimming at Florida, swimming in such an intense environment under Nesty, is it lifestyle wise, in terms of training wise, is it something, is it fun? Is it what are the nuances of that?
I think that it is a lot of fun. Really, one of the coolest things about it is I swim primarily in the distance group, but I get to swim with a lot of different people every day, and you're getting pushed no matter what. So you're being held accountable by all your teammates, which is a really cool thing to be a part of. And obviously, again, swimming next to the best in the world, there's always someone to race.
All right. We look forward to seeing you in the water very soon, and a conference and an NCAAs. Thank you so much for dropping in, and congrats on the collaboration with Sporti.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm really excited.